Hey guys, thanks for joining us on the New Testament Challenge. We're going to focus on the first part of Matthew chapter 15. And in that part, the Pharisees come to Jesus and they really get on to Jesus, asking why he's allowing his disciples to eat and not follow the ceremonial washing of hands. Now, understand in that day, they weren't washing their hands like we would think so that they would be germ-free. They literally thought if you didn't wash your hands and you ate, you were defiling yourself. You were sinning against God because of the traditions in which they had taught. See, the Pharisees were very much into tradition. They were very much into optics. They worried what people saw. And to them, the ceremonial washing of hands is something that was a ceremony that people could see and know you're holy because you could do it. That's why they loved to pray in the street corner. That's why when they fasted, they put on sackcloth and ashes so that everybody would know they're fasting, because they were very concerned about what people saw. But Jesus challenges them and says, guys, you're following tradition and you're disobeying a simple command like honor your father and your mother. And he quotes from Isaiah. He says, these people honor me with their lips, but their hearts are far from me. Their worship is a farce, for they teach man-made ideas as commands from God. And I think just the challenge for us as we follow Christ, are we concerned more with what the people around us see? Or are we more concerned by what God sees? It's easy to become that person who's acting out a part. As a matter of fact, in this passage, Jesus calls the Pharisees hypocrites. The Greek word hypocrite literally means actor. They were acting out a part. They really weren't changed on the inside, but they were acting differently to impress people. And I think our challenge is not that we shouldn't act different. We should, but we shouldn't do it because we're playing a part, but because God is changing us from the inside out. It's a cue to me, if I'm more worried about what others see than what God sees, I'm falling into that role of a hypocrite. So let me challenge you. When no one's looking, when you're by yourself, are you concerned? Do you care more about what God sees than what other people see? Are you just as faithful to God when you're on a vacation or when you're on a business trip as when you're at home? Let's focus on pleasing God and being the same person, letting God change us from the inside out. So we aren't acting, we are truly transformed to be who God's called us to be.